Have you ever noticed that letting people constantly affirm your worth is like giving them power over you? Let's talk about it. What's good, everybody? My name is Chelsea, and welcome back to Mind Over Matter podcast. Where on this platform we share deep and thought-provoking conversations about the struggles and triumphs of young adulthood, navigating life in your 20s, mental wellness, personal growth, and relationships. As you can hear from the sound of my voice, we are approaching spring in Poland, and seasonal allergies have gotten the best of me. But anyway, that's not going to stop us. We have a lot to talk about: the cons of seeking external validation, more or less explaining why people seek validation in the first place, how it affects relationships, as well as how we can solve this problem. Here's the scientific plus emotional plus psychological explanation. It often starts in childhood, something we call the attachment theory. Your brain learns that, so love is something that I'm supposed to earn. This is when the brain gets addicted to validation. You know, you need someone to affirm to you that today you look gorgeous, today you look pretty, today. Otherwise, if that doesn't happen, your brain goes into panic mode. Have you ever been in a state where you constantly check? For example, I post something on my story, I constantly check like how many people have seen it, how many people have liked it, who didn't like it. This is my brain chasing a reward so that I feel validated. Jumping on to seeking validation, relationship edition. If you're a person that seeks validation and you get into a relationship with somebody who is inconsistent, which is obviously not a good idea, it makes you crave them more, overthink more, stay longer than you should. More often in real life, this is what it looks like: overthinking conversations, waiting for a text, feeling good when attention is given to you, but feeling low when attention is withdrawn from you. Here I'm going to tell you the cons of seeking validation and what it actually does to you. First of all, your self-worth becomes unstable. It becomes shaky. When you do receive validation, it's high, but when you don't receive the validation, it's really low. The second one being your confidence doesn't come from within, it becomes outsourced. You only get to be confident when somebody compliments you, but when somebody doesn't compliment you. The third one being you start performing. Instead of doing what you like, you start doing things out of performance. The other thing that seeking validation does to you is it gives you anxiety. You're gonna be paying attention to the small little details on how people respond to you, how people talk to you, what their mood is when they're talking to you, whether you're enough for someone. It makes you easier for people to manipulate you, because right now it's a give or take. People either gain something from you by validating you, because they know if they validate you, you're gonna want to continue to seek approval. But then if they take from you, they know that they're creating some sort of insecurity in you. I mean, manipulation is a whole different topic, especially when it comes to relationships. I'll probably consider talking about that one in one of my episodes, and I think it's really important so that we know. The other thing is it slows your growth. It stunts your growth, because at this point, when you're seeking validation from other people, you're weakening your own voice, your own inner voice. Instead of saying what you want, doing what you want, what you think is right for you, you're doing what you think other people would want. Seeking validation attracts the wrong people in your life. Like I said before, manipulators, people who want to benefit from you, people who feed off the fact that you always constantly seek validation. Now, let's get to the good part. Let me say this: you don't actually stop seeking validation, but what you can do is build something strong enough for you so that you don't need it as much. So here's how you can actually work on it in a real practical way. First thing you need to know is, if you actually do seek validation, you need to do some self-evaluation, because some people don't actually notice if they're seeking validation in some moments or not. So you need to catch it in real time. Pay attention to moments like, should I post this? Should I wear this? Do you think people will like it? Will people approve this? Will they approve of me? Awareness is always step one. Number two being pause before you act. Pause so that you weaken this habit. Say to yourself, let me sit with this before I actually seek for approval. The third one being investing in yourself, which I already made a video on that one on my first episode. You should check it out. Build your own internal approval system. And this is how you start trusting yourself. Number 4, stop over explaining yourself. Stop justifying your choices. Stop explaining your decisions. Number 5 being the let them theory. As uncomfortable as it sounds, the let them theory has to be the most powerful theory in psychology. You let people assume what they want to assume. Let people say whatever they want to say about you on purpose. Like I said, it sounds uncomfortable, but it's very powerful. You don't need to correct their assumption. You don't need to change whatever their opinion is about you. You don't need to chase being seen correctly. That's when you start to realize that nothing bad will even happen to you anyway, and you don't lose yourself within that process. Number 6, be honest with yourself. Check where and when you get triggered, be it your social media. I'm not saying you have to completely cut these things off, but I'm saying you have to limit the exposure while you're trying to build yourself up, while you're trying to build your own self-worth or understand your self-worth for having to seek it from other people. Number 7, give yourself what you're seeking from other people, be it praise, be it acceptance. Give yourself that. I know it sounds simple, but people do skip this part and prefer to be dependent on seeking these things from other people. Number 8 being acceptance. Accept that you won't be liked by everybody. Not everybody is gonna like you. Acceptance means you have to be okay with that. Replace seeking validation with I can be okay even if someone doesn't approve of me. I can be okay even if somebody doesn't choose me. Do that and you will be free. Last but not least is don't try to eliminate validation completely. I mean, you're human, you still care sometimes, but the goal is to stop needing it just so you feel secure. To stop craving for it, like I said earlier on, where your brain starts to get addicted to validation. Honest truth is, this is something that doesn't disappear overnight. This is something that you have to practice over and over again in simple moments. Every time you choose your opinion over somebody else's opinion, every time you don't seek assurance, every time you stay grounded in your decision, you're literally rewiring yourself. This is the end of this episode. Congratulations, you've come to the end of this episode of seeking validation, what it is, where it comes from, what are the disadvantages, and how you can solve it. So happy having you here, and see you on the next one.